So I remember he would come out and he would always wink at me, right? And he'd come out, dude. I'm talking about like, say it was a pitch, boom, and I'm like, hey, man. I mean, he would come out and MF time, and he'd come right across to me, and I knew it was coming. And he'd get on me. He'd be looking at me. He says, "You need to catch that dang ball better. What the hell are you doing? That's a strike. You're taking away from this umpire.
Yeah,
that's your fault. That's not his fault. That's your fault."
Yeah.
And the whole time it's really, telling him, and I'm like, first time he did, I'm like, "Dad, what the hell, man?" I was like, right then, what we do. And I didn't understand it for a while, but then that was his way of like wearing me out. But then really wearing him out.
But then I also, there's a second side of that too. Like, so there's just some pitches I don't like, and I don't like curveballs that are caught at the top of the zone. I won't call it. And so you'll get 2 of those in a row, or you get one, and the coach will say something like, "Throw it again," and they'll throw it again, and I won't call it, and I'll just tap the catcher on the side. I'm not calling that all day. You're gonna have to get it lower than that.
Yeah.
And he'll go back, and he'll let his pitcher know, and he'll let his coach know, and then we don't have another.
If I'm an official, it's the passive aggressive coach that I don't like. The hey, attaboy, throw another one.
Yeah. I've heard that, and that's why I say I just talk to the catcher. Hey, tell him he ain't gonna get that all day. I'm not calling that at all today.
I know in the youth level, and I don't know about high school, but definitely the youth high school level, like 16-year-old games in Atlanta or whatever. The umpires that get me are the ones that as soon as you come to play meeting, they're super aggressive on you.
Yeah.
Like you're like, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
Like, but you already know, like, hey, we're not gonna have that today. Any word from you, we're gone. If this guy walks out of the dugout, we're gone. Like you're like.
Well, it's typically that typically happens.
Hey, none of that happened yet. Let's chill out here. But you already know you're in for a long day.
Typically, that happens when they've been getting chewed on all day and they just had.
And maybe it is, but it's like immediately you're like, oh man, I ain't.
Yeah, they just had enough, and they just want to nip it in the bud, not have it be an issue. But I've been in situations where I've blown one big, and I knew I blew it, and coach calls time and comes out. I'm like, I just look at him dead in the face. Hey, I blew it. I'm not gonna change it.
Yeah,
I can't change it. I'm sorry. Say whatever you got to say, and then let's be done.
Yeah, you got 45 seconds or whatever.
Yeah,
and you got to that comes from learning too. You got to come from an understanding point that coach has to address this.
And I would appreciate that. If I was going out there pissed off and you immediately said that to me, I'm like, all right, man.
But a large part of
I would just turn around. There's nothing I could really. What am I saying now?
Yeah, a large part of officiating is diffusing hot situations, right? So it's just. You learn as you get your butt chewed, and you figure out. So at least the good ones do, and it's as much a part of the game as it is coaching.